What is enrichment? Enrichment is defined as the action of improving or enhancing the quality or value of something. How does this apply to animals? Enrichment is used to improve an animal's life, whether this be through providing animals challenges, stimulation, or activities for the animals to complete. Enrichment helps to enhance the quality of an animal's life. Animals without proper enrichment can become bored, distant, and depressed. Proper enrichment should stimulate the animal's mental, physical, and social needs. Enrichment should encourage an animal's natural behaviors and encourage the animal to act on them. There are multiple different types of enrichment that can be offered to animals. The main 5 types of enrichment are social enrichment, cognitive enrichment, sensory enrichment, food enrichment, and physical habitat enrichment. The type of enrichment that is used should be based on the specific animal's biological, social, and cognitive needs. During this project, I worked with Steve to provide him the main 5 types of enrichment. I started with social enrichment. 3 times a week I would sit with Steve to better socialize him and to help him get used to being handled. At first, he wouldn't sit with me. Steve would constantly try to get away from me and go back to his encourage. While I sat with he would brux, a sign of anxiety or discomfort, and he would squeak when tried to pet him. But slowly Steve started to let me hold him for longer periods of time. He would sit on my lap without bruxing and without trying to run away or go back to his enclosure. Once Steve showed I had earned his trust, I introduced him to the maze. The maze had 2 levels. It had different doors for Steve to go through and ramps for Steve to climb. I used popsicle sticks to build a ladder, and cotton swabs on the ramps to allow Steve to climb them. When I first introduced the maze to Steve, he went through the first door right away, but stopped when he reached the second. This went on for his first few attempts at the maze. Steve would go through the first door and just walk out of the maze. After a few more attempts, Steve made it to the ramp, but wouldn't go up. I had added popsicle sticks as barriers to try and encourage him to use the ramp, though he was still hesitant to use the ramp. But after multiple attempts and rewards, Steve fully completed the maze. Through this project, Steve has shown so much improvement with not just the maze, but socializing. I have seen so much change in how Steve reacts. To being taken out of his enclosure, and to how he reacts while being handled.